Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Hans Velasco, Sales Director at EZViz. Thank you for joining us, Hans.
Good morning. Thank you, Fred. Thank you for having me.
We're going to be talking about some of your new products, security cameras, but first give us a little bit of background about the company. EZViz has been around for a little bit now.
Yeah, so EZViz was founded in 2013 in Hangzhou, China, which is, sort of for China, that's their Silicon Valley, kind of where a lot of startups and a lot of new tech innovation is created. We launched in the U.S. in late December of 2015. We launched our first product in 2016, which was a standard fixed indoor security camera. So we've been in the U.S. based out of Los Angeles, California since December of 2015, and we've gone on to expand the market, sell in the U.S. In the U.S. and Canada, we've probably sold almost about 1 million cameras, I'd say, or a little bit over 1 million cameras since then. So we've seen a lot of growth and just kind of following our motto of bringing smart home technology to the masses.
Terrific. And two of your latest cameras, the EZViz C1C and the EZViz C6CN, are interesting cameras with different features, starting at just under $25. Tell me about it. Yeah,
we offer some really feature-rich, feature-packed cameras at great value. As I mentioned, EZViz was founded on the principle of bringing, smart technology for everyone. So we've really worked hard to design and develop products that are, feature-packed and offer an excellent value. The C1C in particular has some really cool features, such as our night vision. It's a little bit standard, so we offer 40 feet of night vision as opposed to most competitors in the market are doing 25 to 30 feet. So it's a really excellent camera, offers crystal clear 1080p resolution, full duplex audio, which to some people, what is that? But an example would be, typically in these types of cameras, when there's two-way audio, you kind of have to push the button and hold the button to talk. And it's a bit confusing for, traditional consumers. So with our full duplex audio, you just push the button once and you're basically able to have a conversation. You don't have to worry about when to push the button, when to release it, et cetera, et cetera. So just really looking to simplify it. And the C1C from a unit perspective has been our bestseller in North America so far. We launched it in October of 2019, did phenomenal throughout the holiday season, and the momentum has continued through Q1 of 2020.
And you also have the C6CN, which is a pan and tilt camera?
Correct. So with us, we like to offer, the C1C is kind of a fixed, you point it at one area of your home and it records or monitors that area. The C6CN is a pan and tilt, as you mentioned, and we like to put that into larger rooms or an area where, it can do a full 360 degrees. So perhaps your kitchen is in between your dining room and your living room. You'd want to set it there. And, the C6CN can pan and tilt and zoom all across the room to cover a very wide range of area.
What are some of the other features of these cameras and how people access the video?
Yeah, one of the great things, as I mentioned, so not only are the cameras a great value in terms of the price point, we offer lots of flexibility in terms of the features that people can use with the cameras. A lot of our competitors offer, the app is free, but you got to pay to use the live view, or you have to pay to record. So the only option for a consumer is, once they've bought the camera, the only option they really have to see any kind of recorded footage is to pay a monthly fee. We believe in flexibility, so we like to offer consumers, if they do want to pay for cloud service where they want to have their videos recorded on the cloud, we do offer that, and that starts at some very competitive price points. But at the same time, on all our Wi-Fi cameras, we offer onboard storage. So what that means is a consumer can just buy a little micro SD card, put it in the camera, and the camera will record motion activity, or you can set it to record, all activity. And essentially, the consumer owns their own recording, so they don't have to pay a monthly fee. Especially if someone's, a lot of us have, or really, we already have enough bills. You don't want to add, video recording to that. So people can just buy a micro SD card and store all the recordings onto the camera, and it's free. So, current cost of like a 32 gigabyte micro SD card, which we say will record about a month to I'd say about 4 to 6 weeks of motion activity. Goes for about $7 to $8. So it's a one-time fee. People buy the micro SD, they pop it in the camera, they can record all their data. They don't have to worry about paying the continuous monthly fee.
And it will overwrite the older content as time goes on?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's got the technology, so it's always recording the latest recording. So once the memory card is full, it just records over the oldest clip. So it's kind of a rolling. So as I mentioned, the 32 gig on standard use would get you anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks of motion activity. It's kind of like a rolling 4 to 6 weeks recording. So it always has the latest the latest recordings.
And how is it accessed? Describe the app that you have, and do you work with any other kinds of smart home gear?
Yeah, so all our cameras work with Alexa and Google Assistant. So having a smart home integration is very key to us. As I mentioned, we like to offer a lot of flexibility. So not only are we flexible in terms of the app and recordings, we work with different smart home platforms. So if you're already in, say, the Alexa platform, or you're in the Google Assistant platform, you can easily add our cameras. You can view them through their systems.
Interesting. So tell us what we talked about price. What are the key things that set EZViz apart here in the marketplace? There are so many different cameras available, ranging from hundreds of dollars each down to your level.
Yeah, absolutely. So probably the biggest thing I'd say is just with us, our biggest differentiator in this market is we're the actual OEM. So by saying that is we're the actual manufacturer. So everything from the app to the hardware and the products, everything is designed and built in-house. So we control every portion of it. So one of the amazing things is, we're continuously working to innovate and improve features on an app. So we have consumers that bought the first EZViz camera that launched back in January of 2016. At that time, we did not have, for example, we didn't have Alexa compatibility. And at that time, we could only store up to 64 gigabytes of a micro SD card on the camera. As we update the app, everything's done through our own app and our own cloud. All those features that we add automatically get pushed to all the older generation cameras. So the person that bought that camera in 2016, when they bought it, didn't have Alexa compatibility, but once we added that functionality into our ecosystem, all those old cameras were instantly upgraded. So the great part of this is just, since we control everything, once we upgrade, our operating system, all the new features and benefits get pushed down to the older cameras.
Terrific. Where is the best place for people to go for more information and perhaps to purchase?
So if you want to research and just get general data on EZViz, it's available on our website, which is www.ezvizlife. That's EZVIZ That's really the go-to spot for doing some research and looking at all our different portfolio. At the same time, if anyone's got any pre-sales questions, they can call into our technical support. Kind of ask some general questions and get some advice on what the best camera could be for them. And in terms of actually buying the camera, it's available. It's available on pretty much all the national different sites. But you can go to Amazon.com. You can go to HomeDepot.com. You can go to BestBuy.com, Walmart.com. And we're in store in multiple regional retailers depending on where you are in the country. But I always say the simplest thing is you can kind of just Google EZViz, hit shopping, and you can find whichever retailer you prefer, or wherever you've got the best partnership with, and you can go buy it there.
And I guess the market for these cameras, given what we're going through today with so many parents working from home and maybe wanting to keep an eye on the kids playing in another part of the house, I guess that it can be valuable for that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I've been in the IoT business since it started, back in like the 2012, 2013, which is funny is at that time I did not have children yet. So when I remember I would have a camera to test, I really didn't really see the need for it at that time. But having two young girls now, I absolutely, having a camera is just a must-have for me. Seeing what they're up to, and as you mentioned, during these times, everybody's home from school. I really want to keep an eye and see what they're doing. So I think that's probably the biggest feature, just, for something as cheap as $25 or $40, sub $50, you can kind of check in depending on where you are in the house or see what your kids are doing. And for me and my wife, it's been a blast just kind of seeing what they do in their room or what they're doing when sometimes you get the fight between siblings and then they both have a different story and we go to the camera to see what the real answer is. Again,
it's spelled EZViz, and you can find them at EZVizLife.com. Hans Velasco, thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you, Fred. Have a wonderful day.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.